Hello, soul family, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Ooh, happy full lunar eclipse in Libra. There has been a lot of huge shifts and changes this March, and we're coming to the end of March. And this was interesting because the weekend before this, I was with family Saturday. And I was feeling that prior Friday, a lot of karmic endings happening. And what was coming through was a lot of karmic family endings. And a lot of ancestral stuff is coming up to be released. And all of my cousins' spouses, husbands, were going through family karmic endings. And some of them were like, whoa. And one of them had a death in the family. And, you know, there was stuff coming to a definite end. So now the energy is being released. And they were was kind of like a calm and relaxed weekend. And stuff was really, really kind of quiet, which is fine. So, what do we have on this full moon that's being released now with the Emperor and Empresses? A lot of ancestral stuff with Emperor and Empresses are coming up to be released on a deeper, deeper level. Especially today, everybody has been going through sleepless nights. And what's happening is the Emperor's ego is being released, especially, and I've been feeling this, is worthiness. So a lot of them have gone into hermit mode and really deep within. And sometimes as an Empress, we can take this personally. And there's some reminders that even if you're not in physical union yet, when you do come into physical union, these things are going to be healed and released sometimes on a deeper level and at a more intense level. So let's see what this full moon is bringing us that is being released. There's a lot of emotions coming up. Especially even with the sleepless nights, especially with this full moon and with the Aries energy, it's preparing us to take this leap forward. Because next weekend, that Monday will be April 1st. So a lot of rebirth is coming through. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Yeah, this full moon is saying to surrender it all. When things get too much to handle, these emotions, breathe through it and surrender it all. And make sure you give back to yourself. Because sometimes we just don't always realize when we overgive. And sometimes that's mirrored too. A lot of times this can be mirrored, the overgiving, so we really need to really take it easy and give ourselves extra love. Fill up that cup and overfill the cup I'm getting. So we have that coming through. So surrender it all. Let's see what else is coming up. A lot of ancestral stuff. Yeah, worthiness is coming up. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. So this full moon is going to be bringing this with the full moon in Pisces. And take time to breathe out. Taking time for yourself. So balancing your 5D and 3D world. This connection is a beautiful and joyful thing in the 5D constantly. Sometimes it's not always, but most of the time it is. But we do live in a 3D body. And that's when this needs to be balanced out. We need to constantly be grounded because a lot of manifestations are coming through this April. And that's what's happening. So, don't let your past hold you back. We're releasing the past, especially on an ancestral level. And sometimes this is what holds us back. We don't always realize it. And when it comes up to the surface to be released, we release it through the ego. And we're releasing a lot of stuff that's no longer serving us. And it's nobody's fault. We may be triggering others today. That's another thing. We could be being triggered, a lot of us, on something. Anyone, anytime, any place can trigger us. And we can also do the same. Yeah, wow. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. So we're definitely in the Aries energy, and we need to continuously take divine inspired action. Always listen to your spirit team. They will let you know when and when it is safe. So this is really good. This is going to what's being brought to our attention on this full moon. So we can take action. This is why we are releasing what no longer serves us. So this is very much a heavy air and fire energy that's going on. So it doesn't matter whether you have Libra or Aries in your chart or don't. We're working with, the energies are working for us. Or whatever air or fire sign is in your chart. Emotions are running high. Yeah, just as I thought. This is what I've been feeling. A lot of emotions are running high. This could be emotions running high, especially with the sleepless nights where we're being awoke with dreams, where we're waking up suddenly, and it's because the emotions are running high and it's being released. So we may be woken up, we may be having a lot of trouble sleeping, because we're also getting ready to take action. Sometimes we get a little too excited, but sometimes when we're having sleepless nights, it's things from the ego that are weighing on the mind. Again, a lot of this is ancestral. So, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. More fire. Bottom of the deck, personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Yeah, wow. Be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. So this is also for the Empresses to release control on this full moon and breathe. Because the Emperor is taking responsibility toward the connection. So this is why a lot of them are releasing and going deep within, because it's on an ancestral level of worthiness. So in order for them to be bold and take this first move toward anything, toward the connection, they need to release this ancestral pattern. Programming and conditioning. And wow, full moon and new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. So if there is no contact at all in the preparation, no matter how long, or temporary no contact because the new romantic cycle is beginning. So a cycle has been completed, but now a new one's beginning, a new romantic cycle in the connection. Any more messages from the Moonology deck? So this is what's happening. So there might be some tower moments happening to release all this stuff, so this new cycle, this new romantic cycle can begin. Got to get rid of the old. Yeah, and you're definitely, bottom of the deck, you're good enough. Full moon in Virgo. So this is for the Emperor. Don't think you're not good enough. You are good enough. This is why worthiness is coming up to be released. And I know it's very painful in the connection. I'm reading this as one energy, because the masculine and feminine energies are balancing out. Let's see what else we have here. That was the bottom of the deck. What is the wood fire dragon bringing in with this that is helping with the moon cycles? That's bringing in to help and facilitate this healing. And I know that a lot of you are going through rapid healing with the timeline collapses. Let's see what the witch dragon is coming in for this. This is what's helping you. And I know some of these changes can be painful. There's fear that comes up with changes. Wow. Ooh, flipped up over and out. Deep Blue Dragon keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. So as they're clearing the pathway, just trust and know that you're protected. Walk on a path of light. Continue shining your light. Follow that light. So you're being protected and it's clearing your pathway. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, emotions that are coming up. You could be triggering the neighbor, the lady in the store, in a shop or a store, anyone. You might be, seeing this and witnessing it yourself. And sometimes we really need to breathe, protect our energies, go out in nature, because sometimes we all have been, with the upgrades, with the new moon in Pisces, all the spiritual upgrades, the third eye, the crown chakra, we will be picking up more sensitive, all of us, on collective stuff as well. Yeah. Sunshine Yellow Dragon. Wow. Helps you to help animals. So serve your animals, heal, respect, and understand them. And connect with your pets, connect with all animals, not just your pets. Connect with them in nature. They have messages. Show them love. Maybe the animals in nature are showing you unconditional love. Your pets are showing you unconditional love. And if your pets are, don't push them away, because they feel the energy. Your dogs, your cats, even if you have birds, they may be chirping a lot because they know what you're going through. But serve animals however you're gonna serve them, whatever resonates, but this is what's coming through. So definitely I'm also getting connect with them in nature as well. Expanding on it. Wow, 3 cards, 4 flew out. Okay. Emerald Dragon brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. So we're in a very heavy manifestating portal. The 4-4 portal is coming up. So all your dreams are coming true. Your dreams are manifesting. So you're probably seeing a lot of 7s and 8s around. And I saw lots of 7s around yesterday and lots of 8s. So good fortune is coming. And let your thoughts support your divine perfection, align with your 5th dimensional blueprint. So you're being called back to your soul, your original soul blueprint. Because all of this, and the green is healing in, the flowers, reminding you to stay grounded and to breathe. So these manifestations can come from the 5D. All the dreams can manifest into the 3D. Golden Orange Dragon expands your life for ascension. So a lot of us are also still going through ascension, maybe not as heavy as last month, but some of the physical ascension you recognize and know why it's happening. And be a peaceful warrior. Help those in need. Being of service. Remember your magnificence. Being of service in many different ways. There's many different ways. So whatever you're called or how you're called to be in service, follow your intuition. Your intuition will tell you. So being in service is in many, many different creative ways right now. So continue to be so. Being in service will help you. Thor's Red Black Dragon and Gold Dragon protects you in times of change. So you are being protected. There's a big change going on. And it's a time of rapid transition and transformation. And just breathe, relax. You are definitely safe during this time. And these are changes for the better. I know definitely some of you may be feeling disconnected on an energetic level a bit from the Emperor, and that's okay, because they're going deep within, because there are changes happening for the better and in the connection. The bond is strengthening, everything is strengthening, and the connection is going through a whole rebirth. And a rebirth sometimes is not easy to, accept, but these are for your best and highest good. That's why there's a lot of tarot moments, ancestral stuff being released, a lot of emotions being released, so you can all be closer together in that way, in the 5D and even in the 3D, because this is also telling me that if you're not in physical union yet, you're preparing to be. If you're already in inner union and physical union, this is being prepared for the relationship and the marriage to strengthen much more stronger. Because it's part of definitely shining your light. Constantly shining your light. And sometimes our light gets too bright as an Empress and it blinds the masculine a little bit. And this is why all this ancestral stuff is coming up, and this is why they're going deep within. And we can take it personally, but it's a lesson for all of us to continuously, as an Empress, releasing control. And to get back to ourselves. We may be guided to overfill our cup during this time. So if you're going through the sleepless nights, when you're guided to rest, you'll rest. Sometimes there are some soul sisters that have went through a complete shock. But it was definitely soul growth and a triggering. And it wasn't, obviously wasn't you. They're going deep within and releasing this on a deep level. And sometimes when we all go into ego, we can say things we don't mean. So just remind yourself at this time to forgive yourself for everything. You may not know what you're forgiving yourself for, but just know and trust you'll find out why you were forgiving yourself, maybe later on in divine timing. So forgiveness is also needed at this time. Forgiveness and being vulnerable, maybe over giving a little too much and not giving back to yourself. Sometimes when we are in service and we're over giving, we don't realize that we can go on and on, but we also need to refill that cup again. So we're being protected in these times of change. And all paths lead home. So this is really what's happening. And some of this healing will dissipate, or whatever you're going through will probably start letting up tomorrow in the middle of the day. But definitely you'll feel much better on Wednesday. Pure White Dragon from Orient transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you already know. Act with truth and honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. This is what's happening. So with this full lunar eclipse in Libra, a lot of balance is coming in, and you will be gaining your ascension, and knowledge and wisdom is coming. We're learning a lot more. We may be learning a lot more quickly. So you may have to take some time to process all the information and downloads you are receiving at this time. So when you go out in nature, maybe switch it up to different places in nature so you can get the clearer answer. So your wings of light are growing and expanding. So what is also this is telling me is that your light is going to be bringing out, even just your presence, these emotions in others that need to release this. Whatever they need to release during this full moon. So just be due diligent that your smile could trigger somebody. Or you may just come across another situation of somebody else being triggered by somebody else. So just know and trust that right now we're all very sensitive to collective energy right now. But yes, a lot of ancestral stuff is coming up for healing, even abandonment wounds on a deeper level. That's pretty much, I keep getting ancestral stuff. Abandonment wounds, worthiness, a lot of, it's coming up for healing because also the lack mentality on an ancestral level is coming up to be released. And this kind of just pretty much, I don't know where the heck I put the card here. So, I don't know. Who knows? I already made a mess on this. What else is new? I'm always making a mess on the table. This is a new setup because I had changed the furniture around. A lot of feng shui happened in this house. I'm still decluttering. This is why I have not been able to post anything lately. Decluttering. Continuously declutter. You may have to re-declutter things. Also, and a lot of decluttering and the feng shui come in hand because that's physically getting rid of what's no longer serving us. It's also moving the energy around to dissipate. A lot of emotions come up with decluttering. So you may have to breathe. And it's not an easy process, especially if you haven't in a long time. It can be overwhelming, but the overwhelming can be relieved by making a list of what needs to be decluttered. So lists, pen and paper have power. It's like, releasing emotions. Let's see what else is here. Any more messages from the dragon deck? Oh, wow, one did a somersault. Alpha dragon. Whoa. This just flipped over and flipped out. Harnesses the divine masculine power of creation. So the Emperor is in his full divine masculine power right now. Destroying the old, visualize your dream, help it to manifest a new world. So in the 3D physical, definitely things are changing on their mission. And they're being on mission because this is also saying in the collective, the Emperor is feeling and being observant, and we're observing this too. A lot of things are changing in the physical world. And the old is going away. It's not just old programming, conditioning, being released in emotions, and it's not just ancestral stuff. There are things that where we observe, where we are in our community, things need to change. And things are. Especially now when we're dealing with government inflation. So the wood dragon is protecting us from that in order to build wealth. We're not paying attention to it, and we shouldn't because we're rich in all things. So some of these things need to be collapsing in the physical. It could be anything. It could be, businesses around that are changing, especially, there are forces trying to keep everybody down that are already awoken and are awakening and putting things back in order on an energetic level. The masculine is. They're putting their work in this silence right now into the ethers. So this is why there might be a very heavy silence right now, or you may be feeling pushed away as an Empress, but just know and trust things are being released and healed on a deeper level. And sometimes that can be very, very triggering. And it would trigger us to release and heal something within ourselves, because this is what this connection does, is we are here for soul growth. So, that's interesting how that card came out. So, they're on mission, and sometimes you may have different goals, and they have different goals. Well, that's what makes the connection grow stronger. It's different goals for ourselves. We all have free will, and it's okay to be different. Even in the 3D. Not everything is going to be the same or the same wants or needs, and that's okay. But know and trust that put love into the situation, and, when you put love into yourself, you're able to put love into the situation, and you're able to give that support. Source Dragon attuned you to the infinite. Be still and in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. So definitely reminding you to ground. You see the infinity symbol? You see the light from the wings from heaven? The dragon has their hands together. So golden white light is shining down from heaven. Be in the silence. Be also, happiness is an inside job. In the silence is when the magic happens. This is a reminder. And be in the present moment. Because the infinity symbol, all these things that your dreams are coming down to be manifested into the 3D. Yes, we're going to have to work a little bit this April during the Aries season, which is giving us the strength to take inspired action. And the universe has the rest, and the universe has your back. That's the energy coming from that. So, what's happening into the connection? We're going to pull in the divine masculine dark truths come to light. Let's see what's being healed. So I love this deck. It's from the beautiful Liz Harrison. And let's see what's being healed. What dark truths are coming to light? What is the Emperor releasing that's no longer serving them? Because there is stuff coming up, and I know it's being mirrored. However, this is going to resonate. Let's just see. I'm giving this a good shuffle. Wow. Out the deck. Ooh. 2 cards just flew out. The first one flipped over, did a somersault. Don't worry. Please don't worry about me or about us. I will find my way. It's part of my purpose and mission to do so. And we are fine too. Even if it seems otherwise, our bond is unbreakable and undeniable. This is also a reminder. So they're in silence right now, going deep within. They don't want you worrying. They're not leaving you. They're going through a deep healing. Even if they said so and there's no contact, or if they said so in the physical and triggered you, you're releasing that emotions and working through. So they're just reassuring you, I'm not leaving you. They might have said it and they might have pushed you away for that time being, but just know and trust it's time to give back to you. Fill up your cup, overfill your cup. Give back to yourself what they can't at the moment. That's why we have the rose quartz here. Putting love into the situation, and there's healing going on with the amethyst. Seeing through the light, with the smoky quartz. So they're saying, don't worry. Water. I feel so emotional when it comes to you and our relationship. My eyes tear up and I can't help but cry sometimes because of all the hurtful things that I have done. It's hard for me to show my feelings, but I vow not only to be a better person, but to spend the rest of my life making up for the past and showing you how much I care with my words and my actions. So, a lot of the emperors are probably definitely that are in silence, in hermit mode, and are crying a lot. So if, as an empress, if you're finding yourself hysterical crying or randomly crying, whether it's not that long or keep crying or not crying as much, whatever is how your connection is, it's they're releasing these emotions from the past. And some of them are ancestral things. They might have said something hurtful. They might have, whatever they said that was hurtful and triggered you. You both are healing at this time and releasing all this. So have a good cry. You may want to be in hermit mode yourself. Give yourself some love. Give something back to yourself. You may want to overfill your cup with this. So they are making up for the past. Some of these things from the past is not just ancestral, but some of these things that have come up to be released on a deeper level, even if you've reconciled, but it was something that happened 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and it's coming up for them to be released on a deeper level. This could be also one of the reasons why they're going within in hermit mode. And this sometimes can be very, very triggering to, you'll feel much better. The connection will feel much better. So they don't want you worrying about it. Sometimes they say things that are hurtful to trigger us. And, it's for our soul growth to release these on a deeper level ourselves. So they don't want you worrying. Everything is okay. So if they're not talking to you for the moment, or they left and ghosted you for a while, this is why they're working on themselves. They're forgiving themselves, and the forgiveness is the key, and sometimes it's hard when it's not there. Wow, Leo, ooh. So we got a lot of more fire energy. Yeah, so Leo energy, the strength. I feel strong enough to make this happen. Okay, so you should move on. I want you to be happy right now. I am not healed enough to give equally to our connection. I do want you to be happy, though, even if that is not with me at the moment, which makes me unhappy, by the way. So this card is saying moving on from the struggle and find happiness within yourself to raise your vibration. They want you to be happy. They don't want you moving on physically, because they go into fear with this. So it's again also this energy of worthiness coming up that needs to be healed. But they are not quite healed enough to give equally to the connection at the moment. So basically, have a little bit of fun. Do something that's going to make you happy is what they're saying. That doesn't mean you should move on from the connection and find somebody else. No, they want you to do something for you, to make yourself happy out of your enjoyment. This is what I'm getting. So some of you might be triggered by this, but that's okay. Release that, because that doesn't mean they're moving on and want you. They want you to be happy. Happiness is an inside job. Yeah, and they're also saying they're mirroring this back as to find the strength. So they're regaining a lot of energetic strength to make this happen. So they're not really moving on, but they want you to find happiness. And happiness is an inside job. So if you find your happiness, move on from the struggle is what I'm getting, that you're going through at this moment. So you can find your happiness, because this will get mirrored back for them to gain their strength to make this happen. So this is what this is coming through with this energy right now. So that's what that means. I know probably a lot of you got triggered by that card. Oh my God, they don't want me knowing. That's not true. Taurus, control. I want to take control of the situation. Yeah. They need to be, right now they need to be in silence in order to regain that energy, so then they can take control of the situation to move things forward. The sleepless nights just came flipped over. I can't do this anymore. Feeling overwhelmed and pressured. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to change, but I have to take care of it my way. Yeah, so let the situation go so they can take care of this my way. And I hope you can let me. So let go of this struggle. This is going right with this card right now. Okay. Yeah. Letting go of the struggle. They're feeling overwhelmed and emotional at this point, especially with this ancestral stuff coming up. They may need to not just forgive themselves, they may be needing to reconcile for their own selves with karmic family members in order to bless the past and let it go, if that's what's holding them back. Yeah, grief. Just a whole bunch of cards, but yeah, grief, triggered, and my truth. So it's 3 cards I came up with. The whole deck almost flipped over. Okay. I've recently lost a loved one, and I've been dealing with all the feelings that this has brought up to the surface for healing. This loss is helping me to realize precious life, and I don't want to waste a second longer without you in my life. So there is a lot of grief being released right now. They could have had a death in the family, or even if there wasn't a death in the family, there could have been somebody been lost, that a connection from, again, karmic family members, a connection's been severed. So they need to still heal from this. This is why this is coming up as well. Goes hand in hand. So they're grieving a loss, whether somebody transcended or not, but they're grieving a loss. They know there was a karmic ending someplace as well. It could be a member, a karmic family member, it could be karmic partner. And the truth, they're in love with you, and I will always be with you. Always. This is in the 5D, and this is also in the 3D and coming into the 3D. So they don't want you worrying right now. They want you to relax, breathe, and calm. This is what the Emperor is telling you. Okay, especially if you're in no contact, or you had communication, then you were ghosting, and then, or not ghosting, but they're in silence. I don't like that word, ghosting. So they're processing a lot at this moment. Yeah, triggered. Emperor and Empress have been triggered. And they're annoyed at themselves, frustrated, and this is why there's anger might be coming up. And a lot of the Emperor, however, it could have been just in the 5D only. Could have been telepathically. It could have been physical communication where they've been frustrated and they projected that onto you to push you away so that they can go within and face themselves. They have to face themselves. They know this, especially a lot of the emperors that are already have been awoken for quite a while, but something came up to be released. And my life and deal with what needs to change. You are my mirror. So if the emperor has went into silence and in hermit mode, it's because as an empress, you triggered them. And it probably went on a deeper level where, however, whatever is being released, it could be sadness, anger, loneliness, grief, could be worthiness, could be lack, could be whatever it is. Sometimes when worthiness, so most likely, again, this is ancestral stuff that you triggered as an empress for them to release. So if anything, been acting indifferent, indistant, this is why. This is why. So if you were triggered as an empress thinking that, or went into ego where they're physically leaving you, they're not. Or even if it feels that way, it's not going to last long. They're going within to heal. And sometimes their healing can trigger us. It's a mirror. So, wow, bottom of the deck, last message from here. I'm acting like I don't care because I do care. And I'm afraid that if I show it in any way, everyone will know that I'll have to be ready for that. I'm preparing mentally for a change. So there's a change happening. They're preparing for whatever change is coming their way. And especially what they've been dreaming and manifesting is coming into fruition. That's why these tower moments are happening. Another Aries energy, Mars. A lot of Mars energy. Let's see. Let's go a little bit deeper. Wow. We're going to go to the next deck from the beautiful Liz Harrison, Divine Masculine Message Tarot. Wow, 3 cards came out. The Hanged Man. I need time to understand things from a fresh perspective, to let go and heal the way I viewed things before. So things are changing, going within, Pisces energy, needing to be reset, needing this reset to be re-energized. Two of Swords, things are not always what they seem. So, seeing past the illusion, seeing past some of the words that are projected too. Let's see. Oh, Page of Cups. I'm preparing to reach out and communicate to you just how much I care. They're coming back with apologies. Be open to receiving. Give back to yourself so you can be open to receiving. Because maybe as an Empress, you might have overgiven. It's very easy to overgive in places, and now you have to take back your, release control and let them do it their way. They'll apologize. When you're not looking for the apology, it comes. Any more messages from this deck? Ooh, the Devil. I'm learning to overcome my fears. So fears being released and insecurities that hold me back and cause pain. Yeah, a lot of ancestral stuff is coming up, especially worthiness, abandonment issues, sadness, lack mentality. It could be, especially when they don't feel good enough, they get silent. They may say things, oh, I'm not good enough for you, or whatever. Don't take it personally. But they're learning to let go of this fear. A lot of fear being released. They definitely have a vision of what I want. They want you. They want you for the rest of their life. So there is also a clear vision. And it's interesting how Two of Swords came out, Two of Wands. So there's air and fire again. So seeing past this illusion, because when you see past illusion, then you know that they are working on having a clear vision of what they want. So there's a lot of expansion of manifestation, dreaming bigger. The Wood Dragon is bringing us to dream bigger. That's what's coming through on that one. I don't know. Yeah, Nine of Wands. Don't give up on our love. Believe. Do not give up. Continue to shine your light. Wheel of Fortune. Yep. Trust that we are meant to be. Know and trust the process. Okay. Let us see. Any other messages? Oh, let's see. Let's see what divine masculine messages from the Emperor to the divine feminine from the George Drew. Wow, just flew out the deck. Ooh. Headaches. Yeah, the crown chakra, telepathic communication. I miss you. And then also, I'm proud of you. Wow, beautiful. They're missing you right now. And they are very proud of you. So those are the three messages. And funny, these cards, they came out, all three of them stuck together. So crown chakra, I am proud of you. I miss you. Keep shining your light. They're missing you. Yep. Communication. Unexpected communication coming through. And releasing and surrendering, releasing control. When you least expect it, communication comes in. When you expect it, it doesn't come in. Wow. So communication coming in. This is what will happen at some point. Yeah, going through a transformation right now. Releasing what no longer serves it. There's a big transformation going on. And, well, connect. Oh, this was stuck together. Connect with me through meditation. Connect in the 5D. Breathe. Communicate in the 5D. Send love. Send love to yourself. Send love to your Emperor. They really need it at this time. They're going through it. And yes, the bottom of the deck, you are my sunlight, so keep shining your light bright. And this is guiding them back home, guiding them to you, being in service, being in a higher vibration, being in gratitude is helping, you are being the sunlight in this way. So a lot of these will also resonate, this energy, with after the full moon. So just know and trust there's some major healing going on an emotional and deep level. Wow. So, on this earth, one more message. As I walk on this earth, I feel closer to you. Yeah. So they are definitely grounding. And when they ground, they feel close to you. Okay? You know, and especially a lot of them are going out in nature and grounding themselves. They're going to feel close. So when they're out in nature, you're going to be out in nature. You're going to feel the intense closeness. Reminding you to go out in nature. Yeah, a lot of solar plexus chakra activity. A lot of emotions being released at this time. The sleepless nights. Releasing worry. A lot of things are being released. Could be, you know, a lot of talk could be, you know, whichever solar plexus releases are happening. Maybe going to the bathroom more often, who knows. A lot of stomach rumbling, maybe stomach pain. But there's a lot of emotions being released, the solar plexus chakra here. And I'm always dreaming of you. So in the connecting in the 5D and the astral realms, you're both dreaming of each other at this time, also communicating, a lot of healing happening also. Desire. So, these are the messages that have come through. Let us see what is coming through. What does the Emperor want to say? What does he... Okay, let's see. What is happening with the journey to union? Let us see here. Another beautiful deck from the beautiful Liz Harrison. What is happening with this journey to union? Any messages? Any messages? Thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the messages. Wow, right on the floor. Ooh. Right up to joint mission realized. And the stag. There's a joint mission that you both have, and there's also a rebirth of it. So there are some changes that may be a little scary taking place, only because this is happening for you to help heal the world. Any more? Ooh, that's too many. Nobody could ever take your place in their heart. Yep. Nope. Everyone is unique and special. Messages through music are coming through. A lot of music messages. Both experiencing that feminine and masculine energies that are going to be balancing out at this time with this full moon. And big happy changes and good news. Timelines are always guidelines because time is an illusion. Make a decision. They're making a decision is what I'm getting. The Emperors, they're not in this wishy-washy energy. They're realizing where home is. And they will always come home. Always. Not just in the 5D, you are home to them. They're making this decision to come home. Always. Part of what's happening in the silence. You reach deep into their soul. Yeah, triggered them. They triggered you. It's mirrored. You reach deep into their soul. And there's differences are proof that love has no barriers. So even if the goals aren't the same, what you want, or even the dreams aren't the same, that's okay. Because love has no barriers. Can't have everything the same, and it's up to you. Happiness, I'm getting here, is an inside job. So these are the messages for this full moon today, soul family. If you would like a personal reading, you can reach me at www. Robbie's Fire Pit of Magic at 474 at gmail.com. So if you would like a personal reading, yep, it's Robbie's Fire Pit of Magic, spelled with a K, 474 at gmail.com. I am also offering integrated soul activation, ISA meditation healings that are done by voice chat. I will probably put that in the community post later. I know a lot of finances have been coming up lately. So that will be my first offer there, which is $111. It is 5 or a little bit more, either 5 to up to 10 ISA money light codes in this meditation that I do. It's going to be intense. Definitely is on sale to June, till June is $111 US dollars. So there will be details about that in the community post. And also my other offer is the ISA light code deep energetic cleanse, which is a 1 light code session that we go deep to cleanse out the energy through meditation, which stands for integrated soul activations. That is on special for $99.99 US dollars. There will be others. So anyway, have a beautiful full moon. Relax, breathe, give back to yourself. Do something for you. Do something that you enjoy to raise your vibration. And have a beautiful, magical week. Have a beautiful, magical full moon. And see you all soon. Sending you all so much love.